I mean, I don't think things could actually be going any better for us right now. We've sold £3 million worth of players and we've not lost a league game this season. I mean, how could things possibly go any better for us? Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco. We've got two games for you today, Reading and Plymouth. I know we said Plymouth and Portsmouth last time, but I've changed my mind, so tough stuff. Since you were last with us though, things have been absolutely incredible, as you can see from this little bit of a table over here, as you can see. Things have been quite literally fantastic. You were here when we beat Huddersfield 5-2, which was a pretty good result in itself. Very, very good. We then beat Port Vale 2-1 in the Carabao Cup first round, which is a fairly routine win. They scored late on, but we dominated the game, basically. We then got a narrow 1-0 win against Sheffield United in the Championship, obviously. But that was crucial. Got us 3 points there, which is pretty nice. We then played at home to QPR. Should have won 4-0, but Howe got an own goal right at the end there. But Chuma, Alori and Gary get themselves on the score sheet there tonight. Get a nice, comfortable 4-1 win there. We then went away to Charlton, but that did not put us off. A 2-0 win there with Benjamin Gary scoring one and Rashawn Williams scoring one in the 96th minute, which was pretty cool for us. We then played in the Carabao Cup second round. We played a very, very rotated young side. There's two 16, 17-year-olds in that lineup. So we lost 3-2 there. I don't think they played a particularly great lineup, but we had some very, very costly defensive mistakes. One of them leading to a penalty, the other two leading to the 2 goals. It's a game we should have won, I think, but we lost it 3-2. But it doesn't matter, it's only Carabao Cup. We then got revenge though against Sheffield Wednesday as we played them in the league a few days later on and won 2-1 at home. Anthony Evans scoring very, very late on for us there. We were 2-0 up to be fair, but they scored one right at the end. It was a boring game, but all the action came right at the end. But at least we got the 3 points there, which until Brentford just played earlier on, we were top of the table on goal difference actually, because Middlesbrough and Brentford have kept up with us. If we win today, we will go back top of the table unless Middlesbrough absolutely thrash over there playing. But I'm pretty confident going into these next few games because we're playing Reading in 21st and Plymouth in 24th, who have not picked a point yet this season. So I'm pretty confident that this run can continue. I mean, it's just speechless, really. I am speechless. I also said we'd sold £3 million worth of players, and we have done. Glenford Connor, a man that I spoke about last episode, he is the right wing back we had, 16 years old. Clubs were knocking for him as well. When Palace are offering me 1.5 million with 2.5 million further down the line, that's with me negotiating that as well. I can't say no, to be fair, and I don't mind letting him go because he's now worth 1.4 million, which I don't mind too much. Scout summary says 37. If you remember, if we looked at his reports, he had 4-star potential, not even 5-star potential. And at that point, I wasn't really convinced he was going to be cut out for us in the future. In the future, I see us as a Premier League side, and he wasn't going to be cut out for that. So we may as well cash in now, because I don't think he was going to be worth the money later on down the line, like Le Classic could be, because we rejected bids of 1.5 million for him over summer. Actually, we had one come in of 2 million, which the board accepted, and we had to say, whoa, can you reject that, please? And eventually they did. But he's got 5-star potential, and we're going to keep him and maybe sell him for like 20-30 million down the line. This guy, I didn't think was going to increase in value, and if clubs are bidding now, get him out the door for 2.5 million. So that was very nice to see. He's gone for a lot of money. And then Barnsley bought Dominic Ball for 500,000, rising to 550. Dominic Ball, a centre-back, which we barely use. He came on a free last year, played 18 games, that's all. He's done nothing, basically, and was on a huge lump of money as well. So he's gone for a quite nice fee there. So once all these add-ons come through, we'll be up to 3 million total this summer, which is pretty good, to be fair. So that is everything to update you on. This is the starting lineup for today's game against Reading then. Howe starts in goal as per usual with a back three of Green, Howkins, Williams and Valerie. Now we tried to get another central defender in. We were in bids for 3 of them, 1 permanent, 2 on loan. One, the permanent, decided he wanted to go to Birmingham instead, which is a bit annoying, and the 2 loans went elsewhere, and that was it really. So no more defenders, which I kind of wanted an extra centre back in there, but we've not got one, unfortunately. Joe Edwards comes in as that CDM because if we look down, Liam Coyle is injured for another 2 to 4 weeks at the moment with his twisted ankle. So he'll be back soon, but we're going to miss him because he is our captain and actually probably the best player in the side. So we're going to miss him, but Joe Edwards is willing to stand up and start. Byes and De Silva obviously in the middle. Benjamin Gary is starting. I know we said we were going to sort of use him as a backup and Anthony Evans was going to be the man starting in there, but he's not played well, Evans, and Gary has, so that's kind of what we're thinking there. And then Chuma and Alori obviously starting up front because they are an absolutely deadly partnership. Right, well, I am absolutely confident of a win today, the 3 points. If we play just a fraction of how we played in the last few games, then we should be winning this. And I think it's actually worked out pretty well for us. I reckon we have got three of the best players in the league. One being David Green, that 17-year-old left back we've got at the moment. He's Premier League quality. He's been getting bags of assists. Chummer also, he's a leading Championship player. He's joint top goal scorer at the moment, I think. He is, in my opinion, the best striker in the league right now. And then, of course, when he's fit again, Liam Coyle is also one of the best players in the league because he's sick. He's the best player in the squad. He's Premier League current ability. He's got top Premier League potential, I reckon, in my opinion. I'd love to sign him permanently, but he signed a new 4-year deal at Liverpool over summer, so that might not be possible in the next few seasons unless we pay a lot of money for him if we get promoted, for example. But I think in those three players, we have got the solid basis for the best team in the league, I think. If the players seem to be complementing each other very nicely at the moment. I know we've not seen it too much in this game as they've got another free kick in almost the exact same position they had before, but now we've got a chance to counter-attack as David Green comes forward, hopefully getting another assist for himself. He's got so many players, he's got past his man, so many players in the middle, puts it into De Silva, and Josh De Silva, just like that, makes it 1-0 to Lincoln. And that is the type of football we've been playing all season. We've just been ruthless and deadly. De Silva's got a few goals for himself now, actually. He's done really well this season. I'm impressed with him. I just think we've got a solid team this year. We've got three of the best players in the league, as I said, and everyone else seems to complement each other very nicely. It's just clicking. I mean, we saw signs of it clicking at the end of last season. We just needed those extra few signings to come in and decide and take control, and that is exactly what they've done, and I'm absolutely delighted with them, boys. As you can see, half-time looking pretty good, 1-0 up there. We move back on top of the league as well as it stands, which is pretty cool. So half-time will go calmly. I'm happy with the performance out there. Just keep it up, keep it up. They look happy and delighted. That's all right. Let's just keep the morale up, and I'm pretty confident of picking up the 3 points today. I have actually just noticed though that we've been outshot quite a lot. This is the first time it's happened this season, being outshot like this. By looks of things, actually, we're being outplayed by Reading, which is it's not something that we've been used to. Perhaps we're missing Liam Cole there, just pulling the strings at the back, but it's not something that's happened too much this season. We've had some pretty tight games, pretty even games, but no games like this where we've been overrun. It doesn't matter, obviously, because we're winning right now, but that's something to be wary of, I think, as they've now got a goal kick. I was about to make a substitute, but we'll watch this highlight first. Gary picks the ball up there from the goal kick, and Alari starts to come forward now with a wayward pass to Chuma, but it does make itself there. However, they make the tackle now, and Reading have a chance to come forward. Hogan can't quite get there, which is good for us, obviously. Haug now on the ball, putting it all the way up the pitch now, and Kelly makes a nice interception there, but Byes puts a great ball through to Chummer, and Chummer rounds the keeper. It's 2-0 Lincoln. We've doubled our lead, and that is what I mean. He is the best player, striker in this league by far. Right, let's actually make some changes now because Gary not playing brilliantly well, so we'll bring Anthony Evans on for him. Anyone looking a bit tired? No, we just had the international break actually, so no one's looking particularly tired. But I do want to give Segura a little bit of a run out, so we'll take Rashawn and Williams off, and we'll leave that just for now. We'll make a little change a bit later on. Segura not having too much game time in the past few weeks. He obviously started the first game of the season, but Howkins has been starting more than him recently. Interestingly as well, Middlesbrough losing, so it'd be just us and Brentford, who were in the Premier League the past 2 seasons ago, I think, on the full 18 points so far, which is nice to see. We have been looking at the fact that a lot of these, we've not played any teams that are decent. All the teams that we've played are probably in the bottom half, actually. Huddersfield are the best team we've played, and they're 12th right now. So we've been lucky with our start, and we're lucky with this game and next game being very low down the table as well. But a lovely 2-0 win there. It doesn't matter where they are on the table. If we pick up the wins, that's perfect. And there we go, top of the table, 12 points. 12 points. I wish it was 12 points clear. We've got 12 goal difference, 3 clear of Brentford. So this is delightful, isn't it, really? I've never had an invincible season in Football Manager ever, and I've been playing since Championship Manager 2003, 2004. Never invincible season, but it's still on this season. It's still on for us. I mean, now I've said that, we're guaranteed to lose every single game from now until December, I imagine, something like that. But it's nice to dream sometimes. It's nice to dream. Right, Gainsborough literally are asking me weekly if they can get Stephen Wilkinson on loan. He's my bench man this year. He's the man that I want on the bench all the time. And I'd rather have him on the bench playing like one game every now and again than be at the whole season at Gainsborough. So we keep rejecting it, but they keep asking. It's a bit annoying. Oh, this was the guy, Conor Matheson. He was the one that wanted to sign, but went to Birmingham instead. Really don't know why. We offered him more money as well. So I genuinely don't know why he's gone to Birmingham rather than us. And we're top of the table. I mean, they're 5th, but we're top of the table. So I should probably say as well that we're getting more youth facilities as well. That happened over summer. That's something I should bring your attention to. If we look at the facilities now, actually, facility-wise, we do have really, really good junior coaching youth recruitment now. I've really worked hard to keep getting it up. So that's why we're getting some good regens in. Adequate youth facilities still, not the best, but good training facilities still. So I'm not too worried about that, but it's a youth I want to get up to be better and better. Right, we're now playing Plymouth, and why would I change a winning formula? There's going to be no changes to the lineup. We're just going to get straight into this and go to the game. Now, we're playing a day later than everyone else, so the table will come up in a second. Brentford lost, which is pretty good, and Middlesbrough also maybe lost, or they won, or either way, if we win today, we go 3 points clear at the top of the table. So that's what I'm saying. Right, kick-off then is upon us. We're in the red. Plymouth, of course, in their lovely green kits, and we are clear favourites here today, I think, for this game. Early free kick then for Plymouth as they don't pump it into the area. They try and play it around nicely, actually. A little bit clever, that bit of play. But their shot early on goes into the back of the net. And we are 1-0 down within 10 minutes, which isn't too bad because there's 80 minutes now for us to get back in this game. And Plymouth are bottom of the table with no points for a reason, I believe. Have they got a point yet? Other than these 3 that they're going to get. They picked up a draw in their last game, actually. So they're the informed side, actually, if you think about it. They've now got a corner, puts it onto the edge of the area, and Green makes a nice clearance as far as Roshawn Williams, and now Williams, the centre-back, marching forward. Alare now can get a ball through to Gary. Gary, get it through to De Silva. We haven't quite made the best use of that. We could have got the ball forward a lot quicker, I think, there. De Silva, though, out to Jan Valery, who puts it towards Byers. Edwards now through to Gary with plenty of space, into Chummer, to Green. We're passing it round so nicely, and now Alare slots it in the back of the net. David Green with another assist this season. He's really, really just quality, basically. And 15 minutes into this game, it is 1-0. We've fought our way back into it, which is a bit of an overstatement, if I'm being honest with you there. Fought our way back into a game 15 minutes into it after being 1-0 down. That is not really impressive, is it? Well, since those 2 goals, nothing has particularly happened in this game. It's been quite a quiet affair, actually, which is surprising, but we're still in this game, obviously. It's 1-0. We can really turn the style in the second half, I think. We're a much fitter side, I think. I think that's where we've made a lot of gains. We've got a new fitness coach in recently, so I think that's probably helped quite a lot as well, because the fitter you are, the longer you can go, essentially. And I think we can really punish teams now in the second half and later stages of the game. Well, I've gone aggressive, not been happy with the performance out there so far, boys. We're playing bottom of the table and we're not 3-0 up, which is a bit concerning, if I'm being honest with you. But there's still time in this game. There's still a lot long to go. A whole second half, in fact, actually. A whole 45 minutes. So let's see what it brings. I mean, it would be typical for us to... The first time we drop points this season is to bottom of the table. I can imagine that being a thing. That's probably going to be written in the stars, isn't it, really? We'll go a bit more attacking as well, because I'm starting to get a little bit worried now. It's a quite even game, which I'm a little bit concerned about. We may make some changes in a minute, just see what happens. I think we'll bring Fletcher on for Chummer and we'll bring Anthony Evans on for Gary there, because neither of them have particularly turned up this game, which is a bit of a shame considering who we're playing. Free kick now on the edge of the area for us. Green puts it in towards Evans, and Anthony Evans, who's been on the pitch a matter of seconds, makes it 2 on Lincoln. That's better now. That's a bit more comfortable. As things stand, we are 3 points clear at the top after 7 games, which is crazy. We're still unbeaten if things carry on like this. Edwards with another free kick now, puts it in towards Howkins. It's clear, but only as far as De Silva, who we know has got a decent long shot on him. He takes it wide, though, and gets the ball into the area. Onto header Howkins. The save was made, but only push in front of Ashley Fletcher, who scores perhaps his first league goal of the season. I know he scored in the League Cup, I think. But I think that is his first league goal of the season, so he'll be delighted with that. 3-1 up now. We're coasting a little bit now. I'm much happier with this now. Come on, boys. A corner now. Evans puts it in onto the head of Roshawn Williams, and instantly we're now 4-1 up. This is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about in terms of fitness. That later stages of the games, we can really, really punish sides now. And actually, they're all from set pieces, just about those. So that's delightful as well to see that. I mean, we can't stop winning, can we? We can't stop winning. We are just sick at the moment. Murphy puts a cross in, and it's actually gone in there for Plymouth. They'll be feeling pretty unlucky actually to score 2 goals and still lose the game actually, considering how poor they have been this season. And actually, we've got to ask questions of our defence after this game, because we haven't been very good this game defensively. But Anthony Evans, though, with another chance, puts it in towards Fletcher. Fletcher heads it down to Edwards, and Edwards makes it 5-2. These last 20 minutes have been an absolute goal fest. But hopefully, I mean, luckily it's been mostly for us, actually. But A slightly shaky defensive performance there. Hawkins not played particularly well, but as the game comes to a close now, Fletcher picks the ball up, and this surely is going to be the last kick of the game any second now. And there we go. Lincoln 5, Plymouth 2. What an exciting last 20 minutes or so. That was pretty cool. First 70 minutes was pretty drab. After the first 15 was fairly good. But a strong end from us, and I'm very, very pleased with the way the boys came. And 5 different goal scorers too. That's lovely. I mean, just look at that table. Look at that table. Lincoln sitting on top of the championship. 7 games played, 7 wins. Albeit, the best team we've played is Sheffield Wednesday in 13th right now. So we've still got the whole top half to play at some point. But I don't care right now. I'm on cloud 9. Right, next time out then, I think we should probably show you a slightly tougher opposition, I think. We'll definitely do Middlesbrough, and it depends. We may do Birmingham, we may do West Brom. So expect either one of those teams. I guess whoever's higher, we'll probably play those two. So it's probably more likely to be West Brom and Middlesbrough rather than Middlesbrough-Birmingham. But that's what's going to be next episode. Slightly tougher opposition. We've got a tough run of games coming forward now. I mean, Portsmouth isn't, but then Newcastle, who are actually sitting quite low down, so perhaps they're not so tough. But then Brighton, Derby, Leeds, West Brom, Middlesbrough, Birmingham and Bristol, they're all going to be pretty tough games actually coming forward. So I'll see you next time. For Middlesbrough and someone. If you've enjoyed today's video, then make sure you do drop a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you next time for more Lincoln Loco.